Hello everyone. I am making this video, as you can see here, going over some of my COAs and artist paperwork. And then depending on how bored to tears you get, we might end up going through some of these photo albums that I've received for my dolls as well. This video was inspired by a video I just watched earlier today. It was by Kelly Girl, and she was going through the paperwork and just some of the special things she's collected for the two dolls in her current collection. A doll by Amy Webb, and then one of her Claire Taylor dolls. So I was just telling her, I was like, oh yeah, like I'm a total paperwork nerd. And I've flipped through my COAs just on my Instagram stories before, and I feel like people, you know, it's mixed reactions. Some people are like, oh, that's cool to like see them all at once, and some people are just like, oh my gosh, that was so boring. Like, why are you showing us this? But if you are a fellow paperwork nerd, I figured it might be kind of cool to like show you what I did with mine. So the way I store like most of mine in here, but my collection is just way too big, so I do have some I'll show you in these plastic folders over here too, but I keep most of mine in here. I had this it's like a wood handmade like album cover, I guess you could call it. And so this was, I cannot remember the name of the store, but if anyone's interested, of course, feel free to shoot me a message and I will, and I'll look it up. So they just made like the front and the back, and you could have it like customized with the name, like if this was a real child, like the name of the baby and the day they were born and things like that, but I had it customized to say certificates of authenticity. And I liked it because it had these little like stars. So yeah, that's the cover I had made, and then I made all the pages inside of it. I'm not much of a scrapbooker. I've literally done it like 3 times, and this was like my second attempt ever, so don't make fun of me. And then it's just literally held together with these round binder clips. But yeah, she's a thick girl. I have a lot of COAs, so I might not like take them all out, to be honest. But I figured I'd like show you some of the pages that I made. Oh my gosh. See, now the thing with this is like it's kind of hard to open and maneuver around, so like I don't know if this is like a method I would necessarily recommend, but so I kind of like, so I bought all of this scrapbook paper. I guess here it is. Here's what I'm saying, like it's very difficult with these binder clips. I have been thinking about taking all of these out and just redoing it all, but for now this is what we're working with. So I bought all the scrapbook paper that we're gonna kind of like see, and I made all these pages. So like I would like I made this little envelope, for example. So it was kind of fun. I'm like not super artsy, but you know, I tried. So for example, and I try to always keep them in the plastic, but like here's Twin Bees COA, and then the artist paperwork is in here too. So like my Twin Bee is by Lisa Stone, so her artist paperwork is behind here. I don't know why it's being all blurry. And then here's my Silicone Luke by the Dainty Loft. He's pour number 2, and then he was painted and rooted by Kat Johnson, or I can never remember her new last name, but she got married, but it's Kat Creations. I don't think she's painting anymore, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, which is a total bummer. But yeah, there's Luke's, and then here's my Sophia Grace. Man, I don't know why my camera like really wants to be really blurry. She's number 302 out of 700. I also like seeing their numbers. I always find stuff like that really interesting. So there's like 3 of the COAs. I don't know if I'm gonna take every single one out, because I also I collect blank vinyls as well. Not like a ton of them, but I keep all of their COAs obviously in here as well. So like here's another page. I don't think there's anything in this envelope, so I'm not gonna undo the ribbon or anything, but like there's Delilah's COA. And then here on the next page, I don't know if there's anything in here. Oh, there is a COA in here. See, guys, I'm telling you, I have way too many dolls. This is Realborn Darren, I think. Yeah, Realborn Darren. And I have him blank, so like some of these, they're just all kind of mixed together. Some are blank, some are completed dolls. I don't know whose COA this is. This is Quinlan. Quinlan's also blank. You know what? Now that I'm like flipping through these, it might be nice to separate out my blanks from my completed dolls just so I can keep them all straight if I were to ever downsize my blanks. Oh wow, see, here's where my scrapbook skills are not great because all of these just came, all these COAs just came flying out of here. But I really love this is like from a couple different Etsy stores where I was buying all this paper, so I have no clue if any of it's still available. I made this a couple years ago. Here's one of my Lulus. I have two, but there's artist paperwork for my Lulu, and then here's her COA. So like this Lulu, and I have two Lulus. I can't remember their numbers, but like this one is 1,120. Wow, this is so blurry, guys. I apologize. And then there's a ton of COAs in this one. I like made this envelope out of scrapbook paper, so I can feel them all in here, but I'm not gonna open it because it's all tied with the ribbon, and I'm doing this one-handed, so we're just gonna kind of roll along here. Here's one of my Realborn Dustin's. I have one blank and one completed. So this is my completed, and then his artist is Elena Kiprianova. So like his artist paperwork is this purple behind it, but I'm not gonna take it out of the plastic. So Serena, she's just one of my blank kits, and I have number 288 out of 1,000. It's also interesting too, because sometimes I forget that some of these are limited. Like Serena, I don't know why I thought she was open, but she's definitely not. And then this is for my vinyl Luke. So we looked at the silicone Luke earlier. That'd be kind of cool if I like flipped back a couple pages and showed you them side by side. But this is my vinyl Luke, and see how he's first edition out of 1,000. Like I feel like they opened it back up, whereas Serena was just limited, or I don't know. I don't know all the things about Luke, clearly. But first edition of 1,000 makes me think that they did a numbered first edition and then an open second. So it's interesting that Luke and Serena were different because they came out like right around the same time. So yeah, there's that. And then I made this page as well. I mean, I made all the pages, but you can definitely tell that I'm a beginner because some of these pages are just me playing around and like experimenting. So yeah, there's more COAs in there, but we'll skip that. I don't think there's anything on this page. In here we've got, I don't think there's anything in here. I think I just, yeah, some of these were just me just making little things, and I had the vision of like, oh, maybe I'll like make and print photos and put them in here and make it all cute, but as with most of my art projects, I have the tendency to get bored after a little while. So here's Soraya. Soraya's a blank kit as well. Wow, I guess I like didn't realize how many blanks I have. I probably have way too many, but I have number 387 out of 1,000. So that's cool. I love this baby on the scrapbook paper. He's so cute. Let's see if I have anything on this page. I do. There's Luca. Oh my gosh, he is so cute. He's blank as well. Just a blank vinyl kit that I have. And then on the back of these, I haven't been mentioning this, but I also keep the invoices from McPherson's or whatever dealer I bought them from. So like a lot of times I'll slip that into the plastic behind the COA. So for Luca, I have number 413. So that's pretty cool. I don't think, oh, here it is. So there's a COA here as well. So this is, I also have multiple Lukes. So gosh, guys, I have too many dolls. This is for my vinyl Luke. And he's number 768 out of 1,234 by Gudrun Legler. And then this is just a random birth certificate. I can't remember what doll this came with, but it definitely came from McPherson's, I want to say. So I do not remember what doll that came with, but it wasn't Sam. I know that for sure. Let's see who's in here. Here's one. Oh, this is Levi. I have a second edition. And then I think, oh, there's artist paperwork on the back in the plastic. I'm not gonna take any of these out because that would take forever. Here's one. It's in an envelope. I'm not gonna take it out. We're just gonna kind of flip through these. I love this paper too. I love like the vintage feel of this one. So here is Tacy. Tacy's blank. And I have number 289 out of a limited edition of 650. So she's by Marita Winters. And then one of my Laura's. And then Bonnie Brown includes all these extra special little things with her COAs to like prove that they're real. So like she does this little holographic thingy-mabob. So all that paperwork is included with the COA and in there. Hang on. Slip these back in there. Okay. We'll flip pages. I don't think there's anything on this page. Yeah, some of these little envelopes that I made for them were just simply too small. Here's paperwork for my full body silicone Emma. And then behind that, I've got one of my silicones. This is the artist paperwork, and then the COA is in the back, I believe. And then here's my Yanni. I love Yanni. He's so cute. And then his artist paperwork is behind the COA. So I have number 702 out of 777. I always love the way Gudrun Legler does hers. She always picks like an interesting number. So like 777, and then like Sam we saw earlier was 1,234. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like she tends to do that with her dolls. And then full body silicone Emma. I won't open that, but I've got all her paperwork. Man, this is difficult one-handed. And then I think that's all I have in here. Yeah. So we're at 12 minutes. I'm not sure how bored you all are yet, but I could flip through. Hold on, let me set this aside. I could flip through. One moment, sorry. These artist photo albums as well. In here, I've got a couple more COAs that just simply did not fit. So I've got Manuela. Let's see. My other Laura, because I have two. And then that's his artist paperwork. Let's see here. This is artist paperwork for, I'm trying to think. Oh, for Delilah. Yeah. I have one Delilah that's blank and one that's completed. I probably should have clarified that. If you can't tell, I like to have multiples of sculpts that I really like. So sometimes I'll like buy the blank with the intention of having it done eventually. But if I find one on the secondhand market that I really enjoy, you know, I will purchase it. So I'll have one that's completed and I'll have a blank. So I need to decide what I'm gonna do with some of those blanks. Like if I'm gonna keep this Delilah forever, do I really need the blank? No, I don't. But this Delilah, I have number 1,320 of 3,700. So she had a pretty big addition there. And then I think there's just some random like invoices and letters and just other things that have come with my dolls over the years in there. In the pink envelope, actually I need to be careful with this because there's an address on here. But this is my Alexa Calvo paperwork. So in the folder that she sends, there's care instructions and maybe something else that I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm gonna flip that over since there's a invoice and like an address in there. All right, let's look through some of the photo albums. I think that'll be fun. I love photo albums when they get sent with our dolls. So this one is my Sam by Elena Kay. And you'll have to excuse my one-handedness. And she also originally sent him on a body that has Gudrun Legler's signature, but I took him off that body to preserve this signature. So I swapped him to an unsigned body, and I wanted to keep this one in like perfect condition. So I took Sam off of the signed body, and I just keep that in the plastic bag with the photo album. So let me set this aside. We'll undo the ribbon here. Sam's photos are so beautiful. It's been a long time since I've looked through these photos, like probably at least 3 or 4 years. So now you can see the difference between someone who knows what they're doing when it comes to scrapbooking versus what I was doing, which was like honestly kind of nonsense, just beginner stuff. But I think all of these photos in here are so beautiful. I kind of don't want to undo like every single ribbon. So I might just kind of show you, well, see, like when you undo all these ties and bows and stuff, there's like photos in here, but it's kind of hard to do one-handed. Let's see, I'll try to show you at least a couple. Actually, there's no photo in that one. Let's see if I can find some of the photos. There's not on these pages. There's definitely, actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think they're all back here in this one. Well, I thought this was going to be a lot more interesting than it's turning out. Oops, that's a that's a letter to me. Let's see. But here's the artist paperwork. And then COA. So the other Sam COA we were looking at earlier was for one of my blank Sams. This is for the Sam that Elena made. And then here's her artist paperwork. So you can see. And then there's just a bunch of loose photos in here in the back that were like additional. Look how beautiful he is. Man, I love Sam. He's such a pretty sculpt. Oh, sorry. I have cats and they're running around. My camera, guys, I think it's time for a new phone. I'm like not kidding. He's real. I just love his rooting. It's so pretty. The pictures of him in this yellow outfit are so precious. And of course, it's like winter, so it's pitch black and 5 p.m. So the artificial light is not helping his coloring, but he is like one of the most beautiful dolls in my collection, hands down. So yeah, there's some of Sam's photos. I kind of don't love touching all these because I don't want to like get my fingerprints all over them. This is very difficult to do one-handed. Let's see. And now I will show you some of Noah's photos. She's my Alexa Calvo doll. Hold on. Man, the one-handedness is really not working for me. Okay, I'm just gonna set this aside and then assemble it correctly later. All right, so this is Noah by Reva Schick, and she has the limbs of Alexis by Cassie Brace. She is my Alexa Calvo custom, and you can see her on the back of this photo album, which is of course going to be blurry and horrible. But Alexa's photo albums are so beautiful. I had her prototype Romy, and she came with a similar photo album. And I just love the way Alexa does hers. They're just so cute and really special. So here's the artist paperwork. And then some of her photos. And she has 2 COAs. She has one for her limbs and then one for her head. So I always thought that was kind of cool. So there's her head, Noah, and then her limbs are Alexis. So her COAs are in there, and there's one of her photos. And then all of these beautiful photos. She's just so pretty. I love her. And I really wish my camera wasn't blurry. Look at her little tuft of hair there. She's just so pretty. Oh, I love her. It makes me want to just like go get her and pick her up and and look, just stare at her. I wish I could take as beautiful of photos as Alexa does. Very jealous. And then there's just a bunch of loose photos in the back, so. And I think I might have showed all those photos when I first opened her in her box opening, so if you're curious and want to go back and look, you are more than welcome to dig back in all of my old videos, and I'll put that back in the plastic later. And then my Sophia Grace by Natalia Razmyslava. Sorry for the shaky camera. She came with a small photo album. I can't remember if there's photos. Yes, they are in here. I'm trying to think if anything was in this box, but this might just be the box that was holding the photo album, if that makes sense. So I love this photo. Literally iconic. I still have these all saved like my Instagram saved photos. I love this one. It's so beautiful. And I loved her in this outfit. She looks beautiful in light blue. I think just with her blonde hair and her very like light complexion. So happy birthday. There's a little card and then her COA. So I had another Sophia Grace. I can't remember if we looked at her COA too, but I have one blank and then one completed. So again, there's me. If I really, really like a sculpt, I will tend to hunt down the blank. And then in the meantime, if I find one or do a custom completed, I'll sometimes still hang on to the blank just for safekeeping. So yeah. There's some of Sophia Grace's paperwork. I think that's about all. I've talked your ears off and it's been 20 minutes of me babbling, so I will let you all go, but hopefully you found this somewhat entertaining. And if you are also a paperwork nerd, I've really enjoyed watching Kelly Girls. Like I said, she inspired me to make this video, so if you have also enjoyed watching it, I would love to see yours. So feel free to hop on the bandwagon here. And that is all I have for you all. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.